Hi everyone, and welcome to a very different video compared to my other videos. My name is Laura, and this time I wanted to challenge myself to finish the sketchbook before April ends. It's probably the longest video I ever did on this channel, so this is new to me and I have to figure it out. But I hope you enjoy it anyway. So when I started this challenge, I had a little bit more than a week to finish the sketchbook. I had a total of 17 pages left to fill and also a list of drawing requests. Actually, 2 lists of drawing requests. One from you guys and one that my partner Mani wrote for me. I also had that poll up on my community tab where I asked you guys for help regarding the length of the video. After the first day of this challenge, I realized this was gonna be a damn long video, so I thought I probably have to speed it up a lot. So I asked you for your preferences and 55% voted for a shorter time-lapse video of everything I'm drawing plus voiceover. 31% voted for a long video with a bit of talking and mostly music. 12% voted for doing several parts of this challenge, even though not all of them would be uploaded in time. And only 2% voted for other option, comment below. So we have an obvious winner, right? Little did I know. After filming everything I drew, I realized that I wouldn't be able to make a shorter video of that footage without huge sacrifices. So I decided to take the other option into consideration. Stampin' Cass, I hope I didn't butcher your username, suggested to combine option 1 and 2 to create a video on the shorter side of long with sped up parts and music and also slower parts where I'm talking about my process and decisions. And yes, in the end I decided to go for something like that. So I apologize that I wasn't able to make the video shorter. I tried my best and I think I've learned my lesson. Anyway, I hope you'll still enjoy this video no matter the length. If you want, grab your sketchbook and draw along with me for the next 45 minutes. As you probably noticed by now, I started with drawing giraffes. A whole spread full of giraffes. The first ones looked kinda wonky, but the more I drew them, the more I understood their shapes. And that's the thing I mentioned in a previous video, that you hardly learn anything from drawing a certain thing only a single time. The more you draw it, the more you understand it. It was kinda tempting with all your requests to draw as many of them as possible. But if I would have drawn all of your requests only one time, I probably wouldn't have filled 17 pages. So having these 17 empty pages in the back of my head, I decided to do at least a spread for each request. Means I can't do all of the requests, but this was the easiest way for me to do it. It's probably not the most exciting thing to do, but actually at the moment I really like doing that. Because I can literally feel how I'm getting better at it when I draw a specific object or animal multiple times, if that makes sense. And on top of that, there's usually at least one sketch I like when I draw many of them. As for the giraffes, I really like the first one I did on the right page. But there are actually a few decent ones, I think. And one more positive thing about that kind of method is you don't have to interrupt your drawing session that often when you stick to that one thing for a longer time. You don't have to stop to think about what you're going to draw next. What I learned from this spread was mostly how to draw the giraffes' heads and how they are shaped. I don't really understand their bodies though yet. Probably because I didn't draw those that much, but also I have no idea about their anatomy. That could probably be the subject of a longer and more intense study session. Anyway, drawing them was a lot of fun, and I also noticed that the way I draw their heads would make a great base for a stylized dragon set, I believe. They already have the perfect kind of sockets for some horns actually. A little tip, if you want to do a similar thing as I did with this video and fill a spread or multiple spreads relatively fast, use only one medium you're comfortable with and that you know you can work fast with. Yeah, that's kind of an obvious thing, but I picked the pencil because it's comfortable enough and it doesn't need time to dry or anything like that. However, the fact that you can erase it is a good and a bad thing at the same time. I'm sorry if you hear some weird background noises, by the way, my cats are around. But yeah, back to the pencil. You can actually work even faster if you don't have the option to erase. I would say that usually in my sketchbooks I don't erase too much, but it kinda depends on my mood, I guess. Like, sometimes I don't erase at all, and sometimes I just want to get every single damn little detail right and just can't do it. But all in all, yes, just picking one supply to work with takes away all of the time-consuming decision-making that usually is the hardest part for me, or one of the hardest parts at least. If you're confident enough though, I'd recommend using a ballpoint pen or a gel pen or something like that. I talked about the benefits of limiting yourself in a previous video. I think it's the one about what you can do when you feel stuck with your art. Feel free to check that one out too if you didn't watch it yet. I think many of those tips are also great if you want to fill a sketchbook. And we're done with the first spread. Only 7.5 more to go. Are there actually still people watching? Because I am already running out of stuff to talk about. I can't believe there's anyone still sticking around. Let me know if you're here. Unfortunately, as you probably already noticed, I'm not that good at talking. I wish I was one of those YouTubers who can just ramble on and on spontaneously without using a script. That would save so much time actually. However, I'm not. And this is becoming more and more challenging for me. Did I say filling the sketchbook was the challenge? That was actually very easy compared to filling the silence. But wouldn't it be ironic if this kind of video, that length, would be it for my channel? If YouTube decided to push this one in particular of all my videos, it would make content creation so much harder for me. But also, even though I'm kind of panicking right now, it's also somehow exciting to try something different. But that pressure, today, voiceover day, is Thursday. Friday is usually my release day, and past Laura will tell you that there's a little problem in a few minutes on day 2 of the challenge. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, on the second spread I'm studying staffies. Some of them turned out looking like a different dog breed. Their facial features are so special that I, again, had to draw a few of them to get the hang of it. But once it kinda clicked, it was so much fun to draw them, and filling this spread suddenly felt super quick and super easy. And also, stuffies are so adorable. They have that extremely endearing smile that makes me want to cuddle them. The spreads here look kinda boring, and I'm sorry that I didn't show the decoration and adding pops of color parts of filling them. But it's such a low effort kind of thing to do for the most parts, and it would have made the video even longer, so I decided not to film it. But you'll still get to see the final outcome of everything, I promise. Another problem I had to deal with was the battery of my phone. I had to decide what to film for the day and what to leave out before my battery died. This also put quite a bit of pressure on me to work relatively fast, because I knew once I had to recharge my phone, I wouldn't want to start recording again for that day. And I was kind of surprised that I managed to fill 3 spreads in one session. It took a bit longer than 2 hours. I don't want to say that's incredibly fast. I think there are a lot of artists who can do it faster, but for me it is fast. This was proof to me that I'm someone who can be very easily distracted usually, without any distractions, well, besides my kittens, and that pressure on me to work fast, I got so hyper focused on finishing the sketchbook. And now, after these few days of drawing so much, I thought I would feel completely burned out. But actually, I am so very excited to start my next sketchbook. I already ordered one and it's here, and I can't wait to try it out. I got a Talents Art Creation sketchbook in golden yellow that is a little bit narrower than an A5. It's the same one I got for our nephew Ben, if you remember that video. It has 80 sheets of cream colored paper, and I'm excited to try it out for several reasons. Mostly because it's so different from my current sketchbook. But also I've heard a lot of artists here on YouTube praise the sketchbook, so I'm very curious. It's very affordable too, so I have to try it out myself. The smaller size is perfect to carry around and it's not that heavy. When I'm drawing something I'm not too happy with, it doesn't take that long to finish the spread and flip the page and start a new one. And also, I think it's less intimidating to start a spread in the first place, because I usually want to fill the spread once I started it, or at least a page. On the other hand, I think I'll have to get used to the smaller size first, but actually I don't think that's gonna be that big of a problem. Another thing I'm excited about is the blank cover that I can either paint on or put stickers on. I like the cover design of my past, current, well, I guess it's not a secret anymore anyway. I liked the cover design of my past sketchbook a lot, but after around 1.5 years of using it, it feels very impersonal. And I absolutely love Piper, who made the sketchbook design in collaboration with Archer and Olive. But I think I figured out that I prefer customizing the covers myself, even if that means putting stickers on it, what I'll probably do this time. But all in all, I loved my square Archer and Olive sketchbook, but it's time for something fresh. However, this one was great for drawing and all kinds of dry media. The paper is on the smoother side, what I think I prefer, and also alcohol-based markers worked really great on it. They bled through, of course, but they look great on that paper. It could also handle gouache pretty well, I believe. I don't use gouache that often though. But if you like using watercolors, don't get that sketchbook. I just realized that my next sketchbook tour will be kinda weird, since I uploaded the first half of it in August last year and also published an Inktober tour, which are 31 more pages of the sketchbook. So next I'll upload a part 2 where I'll kind of flip through the Inktober pieces without talking too much about them or skip them altogether. Well, I think I'd prefer the first option, but still, that's kinda weird. And we're on the third spread where I'm practicing the African fish eagle, which was the hardest one for me for day one. I couldn't really get the proportions right. In the end, I still like how this spread turned out. My favorite spread of day one was the staffies, though, and I had the most fun drawing the giraffes' heads. Maybe I was running out of steam at this point for the day, but still I'm quite proud of what I managed to do. However, I tried my best, but I kinda want to relax my voice for a bit now. So if you're not interested in just the speed drawing and music, I'll put a timestamp on the screen you can skip to for the next talking part. welcome to day 2 of my little sketchbook challenge. I'm wearing the same cardigan again. I love that thing, even though it's already full of cat hair. However, I just realized that I won't have time on Friday, and I want to get this video uploaded on Friday, so I actually only have 4 days to finish this sketchbook. And we did 3 spreads yesterday, and there are, I think, 5 and a page more to go. So I have to get started. For the first spread of day 2, I'm drawing strawberries and strawberry plants, which was another viewer request. They were fun to draw, but filling the spread felt like it took longer than the others. But I think it actually didn't really. I could have started drawing a little bit bigger though. But again, I'm sorry, I'm exhausted, and now you know that I have to finish this video today, so don't want to waste any more time. Also, I still don't really know what to say anymore about the spread, so I'll leave you to the speed drawing and put a timestamp on the screen again in case you're not really interested in the process. Okay, first spread done for the day, and I can hardly resist the urge to add some color here. I think you can't just draw strawberry plants and not add color, but I think I have to aim for efficiency first, and maybe I should color the things I want to color in the end when I'm done. So yeah, let's go on. The next spread was another viewer request, and the theme is Under the Sea. This is actually the first spread of this video where I'm drawing a variety of different animals and also corals and plants, since that's such a huge topic. And I could imagine revisiting a few of those animals in the future and do more in-depth studies of them. I didn't quite get the hang of drawing sea turtles right away, so I did a second one, and yes, as I just said, I drew different types of corals and those weird tube sponges, which were kind of fun, some different fishies, a jellyfish, a shark, and an octopus. And in the end, this turned out to be a very packed spread because, yeah, as I said, you could literally fill many entire sketchbooks drawing only sea creatures, and you would never be done. So I drew as many as I could fit in there and had a lot of fun doing it. Yeah, again, timestamp on the screen. Some of you also suggested cats, or my cats actually. I didn't draw Henry and Udo this time because they wouldn't stay in the same position long enough, and all my photos I could have used as references are on my phone, which is also my camera, so that wasn't really an option. So I drew some random cats in cute poses I found on Pinterest instead. And again, very happy with how the spread turned out. Unfortunately, my battery died not long before I would have finished the drawing session for day 2 anyway though, so it could have been worse. But anyway, here's your next timestamp. challenge, and my camera died yesterday, so I still wanted to finish the spread, and I thought the video would be very long anyway, so I did a little bit more off camera and I colored in the pages, well, a little bit, and I finished the spread. And also I thought it would be nice for a little change if I wouldn't only use pencil for all the remaining spreads. So I wanted to prepare something. Moni said I should do some Fallout fan art, and actually I was really excited about doing this, and the plan was to color them on camera using my Ohuhu markers, but I am totally not happy with how the spread turned out. So I actually don't want to waste any more time on it and want to get the sketchbook done. Maybe I will try to make the spread any prettier after I finish the sketchbook, but that doesn't have any priority now. So plan for today, we have this spread left and also this one, this page, and I'm still feeling alcohol markers, so another request from Moni was to draw some Ori landscapes, and I think I'll actually do also some characters, not only landscapes, and I'm gonna get some marker paper to stick it in my sketchbook, because even though I don't like that spread, I don't want to ruin it on purpose. So yeah, let's get started. So this is the thing I want to try to draw, and I already hate myself because I totally suck at stuff like that, but I'll try. I don't even know if that works the way I imagine. This was so scary for me, going in with the markers without a sketch, and honestly, I don't know how I feel about that tree. Also gave up on drawing the whole scenery relatively quickly because I just couldn't figure out how to do it, so I did only the tree. However, there was a stage I quite liked it, and I wish I would have stopped there, but of course I didn't. On day 3 I felt quite a bit exhausted, and also my cats were very wild that day, especially Henry. I had to change my cardigan because the one I am wearing at the beginning has some tassels on it, which make wonderful cat toys. Markers have been kicked around, and also paper scraps have been stolen. He even took my shoes. So yeah, unfortunately I lost my patience relatively fast and went back to my trusted pencil for the remaining 2 pages after I finished that tree. Yeah, here you can see the stage where I kinda like that tree, but to fit at least the mood of the reference, I decided to color the background with that very dark blue-gray color, which was a mistake. But at least Moni liked the result, so I guess I'm happy with that. By the way, I ended up coloring the Fallout spread in the end. You will see it in the flip-through. For the remaining pages I did several Ori characters. They are cute, done relatively quickly and not that hard to draw. Also, if you didn't play the game, I recommend it. Beautiful art, beautiful soundtrack and beautiful story. I cried so much when I played it a few years ago. Start with Ori and the Blind Forest though. However, my conclusion of this challenge: it was the worst timing possible, but now that I'm almost done with the voiceover, I'm glad I did it. I honestly can't believe I filled 17 pages in 3 days. On day 3, I really wanted it to be over, but only a few hours later I already wanted to start my new sketchbook. I also think this made me loosen up a lot, since it was all kinda rushed. And this wasn't even everything I drew in those days, so I guess drawing is my only hobby now. What about you? Are you still here? Don't you have any other hobbies? Just kidding. Thank you and welcome to my inner circle. Let me know which spread you like the most and what you want to see next. Starting a new sketchbook video or a sketchbook tour? I'm gonna go now, so stay tuned for the flip through. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and have a wonderful rest of your day.